The show's starting. Shit. The show's starting.
I thought you were going to start, like, really going off when the music hit.
You thought I was, but that's why I didn't.
Oh. Let's see.
It's the Ed Show!
Yeah. We're here. We're live. We're awake.
Yeah,
obviously. I'm usually awake at this time.
I was mainly talking about myself. I mean,
you heard my exciting
you get
intro. Did my exciting intro wake you up?
it definitely helped. It brought me to life, you know?
Yeah.
Like that. Good. What's that one song?
I don't know. What is that song?
I think that was it.
It's Evanescence.
Yeah,
right?
Evanescence. There you go. How you guys doing?
From the Daredevil soundtrack.
It was on the Daredevil soundtrack?
Fuck yeah, it was. Because I know stupid trivial things like this. Nothing useful.
Nothing useful. Right, you and me both. It's okay. Well, how you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Rocking out.
Doing things.
Yeah.
Beating up strangers.
You're doing strangers?
Beating up strangers. Let's see, you shouldn't be doing that.
No?
No.
Well, you got to get to know somebody pretty well before.
Yeah, before you beat
I feel like it's worse, right?
Well, I don't know.
I don't necessarily
Are you
want to
inviting them
friends.
into a fight club afterwards? Because
Always invite your friends to Fight Club. Oh, wait, no, you're not supposed to talk about it. Shit.
Right.
We're bad at Fight Club.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah. Are you getting into fights and losing? That's really the question.
No comment.
No. I am not getting into fights and losing.
Well, those voices are my lovely co-hosts, Coffee and Corn Dogs, and Two Littles 505. I'm Frankie 1029, and we're here today to talk to you about video games, nerdy news, and the like.
Oh, shit. That's what we're here for?
Yeah. For the most part.
Okay.
Change. Just here to fuck around.
Among other things.
Yeah.
I gotta change my tabs up here. I had other topics. Never mind.
What were they relating? What kind of topics?
No worries. No comment.
No worries. It's fine.
You're not allowed to ask.
Apparently not.
That's illegal to ask those sort of questions. I plead the fifth.
All right, well, let's get into some news.
Uh-oh.
There's a lot of news this week.
There's quite a bit.
We're gonna have a lot to talk about, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
You want to go first?
Well, I suppose I get first last time too, but that's
okay, I'll go first. Cool. No, I got it.
I think I went first last time.
Actually, I think that might be true. For as unusual, isn't it?
Well, first up, I got some sad news here.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Well, I want that. Well, we got to start that way.
We'll probably end that way too. I mean, honestly,
we're definitely gonna end that way. That's what I'm saying. We got to start that way.
I don't know if you know this thing about life, but it's pretty depressing.
Facts.
Go
off, King.
So yeah, we got artist Victor Antonov. He was on Half-Life 2 and Dishonored. He passed away this last. I think actually the news came in shortly after we did our last podcast. So No details on why he passed away. Not that it matters, but there's been a lot of tributes being paid to him. So, yeah, it's definitely sad to see someone who worked in some very what's the word? Very prolific games. Sure. That's a word.
That is a word.
But yeah, it's definitely sad, especially because he was only 52. So, you know,
Fairly young.
Yeah, fairly young. So, yeah. But yeah, rest in peace, and thank you for all the artwork that you gave us. So, seemed like he was a good person too. There's a lot of like insiders that I saw that were talking about his life and whatnot and how good of a guy he was. So, yeah.
Well, it's pretty cool. I mean, not cool that he died, but
Yeah.
it's not cool. A lot of people coming out have good things to say about him.
Right. That's the one thing that I think is really cool about the games industry is that there's, you know, even if somebody doesn't know who a particular artist is, like being able to recognize that work and have that outpouring and like feeling that connection, because the game meant a lot to you. It's kind of a pretty cool aspect about the gaming community. So, yeah.
Yeah. Especially for voice actors, you know, I feel like they're starting to get more recognition, but they never really got like a whole lot.
Yeah, and I think part of that actually has to do with bigger names coming into it, and and being able to have their already bigger platform.
Well, and like how much
heard.
they do, there's so much more than just like games and stuff. Like I listen to a lot of audiobooks.
Yeah.
And honestly, man, narrators make or break an audiobook.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's kind of the whole thing, right?
Well, no, like I have a few books that are like they're really good books, but they're maybe a little dry on the like audio format. But it does make the audio form less enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It's like getting the audiobook, you don't just want a dry reading. I mean, maybe some people do, but yeah, being able
Depends
to
on the book.
I guess that's true. But yeah,
I mean, like some nonfiction, like history something or other, probably.
Yeah,
I don't need I don't need like voice actors or anything in it.
That's true. Yeah.
Plus 7 AI read that to me.
Yeah.
No, it even matters for them because I've read like plenty of books that are more along the lines of like they're just not fiction books.
Mm-hmm.
Like read like what the People's History of the USA or something like that.
Yeah.
But to keep you engaged, I think is important. The narrator of that did a really good job. It's not like they did different voices or anything, but how they speak is definitely important.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I don't know if I could listen, especially currently with the AI voices that I have heard. I don't know if I could deal with it for that long.
They're getting better, honestly. Some of the ones that I've heard lately they're almost indistinguishable. Because they're I don't know. It's like I feel like now we've gotten to the point where it's like, yeah, like the thing to work on is inflection and whatnot. Like it's that more nuanced stuff, and I guess people are figuring it out because I don't remember what I heard recently, but I didn't realize it was an AI voice until a bit in. It must have been a YouTube video or something. But yeah, I wasn't like looking to see if it was an AI voice. I wasn't like super paying attention. I remember that much, but I can definitely say they're getting better.
A lot of the ones that I hear are from like YouTube shorts and stuff. They're pretty bad.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Those ones are.
It's like, oh my god.
Those are somebody that just fed it into, one of the cheap ones that you can get online. Just throw in a bunch of text and it spits it back out to you. And those are jarring because you're like, I don't want to watch this.
This is gross. I feel gross for listening to this.
Right. Unless you're telling me some news article that's really interesting, then nope. I'm probably turning that. I'm sliding past that short.
Yeah, it better be really interesting.
All right. What do you got?
1 second here. I gotta sell this bottle. A shiny bottle. I gotta sell it.
Yeah.
45 gold. Hell yeah. Give me that.
Give me that.
All right. Let's see. So this wasn't really technically news, but I thought it was really a good, really fun article to read. It's about it's on PC Gamer. It's about Amazon and how they thought they could compete with Steam because of how much larger they were than Valve. It's a pretty good article. It looks like it comes from a LinkedIn recently shared by Ethan Evans, the former vice president of Prime Gaming. And he just shared some stuff. But it's rather kind of funny that, like, at the end, I'm not going to share the whole article. I think it's definitely worth a read. But in the end, it comes down to that, like, Amazon really thought they could, like, bully out Steam because they had money.
Yeah, right.
And they were bigger. Like, they couldn't understand why they were failing at doing so.
Well, that's just one thing that goes to show you it's not just money that can lead to success, I mean, don't get me wrong, Valve has plenty of money, but I think they understand, even back then, they understood
well, in 2009,
gaming culture and whatnot and what gamers wanted. So
in 2009, they tried with a failed attempt for an online store from Reflexive Entertainment online store in 2009. It didn't really go anywhere. And then when they bought Twitch,
I don't even remember that.
yeah. And then when they bought Twitch, there's some, and this is a quote, "Our assumption was that gamers would naturally buy from us because they were already using Twitch." So that's like the type of level of like consumer awareness you can expect to hear a lot in this article.
Completely out of touch.
Yeah.
I think that is something that Amazon themselves probably see, right? Like, people will just buy things because they're already inside of Amazon. People will watch movies because they're already inside Amazon. But I don't think they realize, like, the value that they're giving to people in there. Yeah. They just think that they're just there, so they're going to stay there.
That's that lack of awareness. It's like,
well,
they're not looking at why people like Steam. They're just like, oh, well, people go to Steam because people are on Steam, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We just have bigger presence than them.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of comes from like a misunderstanding of what Steam is, right? It's not just a storefront. I mean, they talk about it here in the article. It's somewhere where, like, it's not just a storefront, but ultimately it's like a place to house or for your like trophy collection, basically, a library, a community network,
a mod store.
Yeah, there's a lot there, and it's still why, like, even Epic, who I think has like a pretty good storefront, aren't near the level of Steam.
Yeah, no.
Still, because they don't have like that same like community stuff. The discussion boards, the like the mod centers, all of that stuff.
I think if Epic did start investing into that, they could be somebody to actually compete against.
They could
Steam.
get there. Yeah. Like I said, their storefront's grown quite a bit since they launched.
Yeah, and it, honestly, like it's not perfect, but for all of its faults, it's pretty dang good, honestly.
It's not terrible anymore. It was when it first came out.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
That, but it's gotten better. But anyways, I thought that this article was rather fun, and I think you should all check it out. And it's pretty funny, just how much they thought because they could, because of how much money they made. I guess when they started looking into it, it turned out that like, as far as like efficiency, companies like Apple, Facebook, and Amazon and Google, although they make like a lot more money, Valve was technically more efficient, like per head, like employee numbers.
Oh yeah.
So it's hilarious to think about.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was that I was reading. This was a while back, but it was basically talking about how small of a team Valve actually was with their store that was, managing to make so much money. It's pretty incredible. So yeah, they did some good work. And I mean, I think a lot of that was probably around creating some automated systems. So
I'm hesitant about any monopoly, but
exactly. Competition is good.
Yeah, but there's no denying what they offer right now is still the best.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing though is I would like to see Epic do more and become more of a mainstay. I'm more of a competitor to Valve, because honestly, like, again, Steam also isn't perfect either. There's a lot that they could do, and I think it's amazing that they're still trying to the degree that they are, because right now, honestly, they can rest on their laurels and still probably make plenty of money, which would suck, but at least they are still trying to improve things for gamers. So yeah.
What else you got?
You want to talk about Marvels?
I mean, I guess that's a pretty big conversation we can have.
Yeah. Well, let's start off with a little side tangent about Marvel. Yeah.
Okay. Is it all going to be about Rivals?
Yeah. Let's do all of our Rivals news. Let's lump it all together, since apparently you guys didn't like me splitting up things last week.
I didn't. Thanks for
that at all.
Taking into consideration my feelings.
Yeah, of course.
I appreciate that.
That's
and I appreciate you.
Okay, so first off, Marvel Rivals, they have announced that they're looking at third-party plugins a little bit closer. And specifically when it comes to one known as Blitz, that is now being blocked. There seemed to be some sort of uproar about this, but I don't know too much about this plugin. I've never used it, never even heard of it. But apparently it can give you a lot of extra information about what is happening in the game. And it's just information, so it wouldn't be like an obvious sort of cheating thing.
Yeah, having wall hacks is also having extra information in the game.
Is that something that it does? Does it do wall hacks?
No. I'm just saying that having wall hacks is also having extra information in the game.
That's true. But I mean, it's nothing like that, because I mean, I feel like you can look at a player's view, and usually I think you could probably tell if they have wall hacks when they're just like, either A, shooting into the wall that can't be broken.
I mean, if you're dumb and obvious about it.
Yeah. But yeah, from what I understood is that like this would tell you things like how much damage you were doing, how much damage people were taking, how much healing was going on, things of that sort of nature, all sorts of metadata, I guess you could say, about what was actively happening in the game.
I mean, it would be nice to have some of that feedback. Like,
it would indeed, actually.
Like have little like damage numbers pop up above people. It'd feel good as a guy who plays Rocket. I'd like to see the difference my damage boosters make. Also, it'd probably be really busy though. The game's already pretty busy without that feature.
Oh yeah, when everyone's just going off and you're just like, I'm just clicking buttons right now.
What's happening, man?
It'd probably be something nice to add to like the practice zone and stuff.
Actually,
that would be a good spot for it. Yeah,
where all the information can help us find like
they're kind of obtuse about like their information. Like that stuff's available on the website, but I don't think there's anywhere even in the game where you can look at like the actual damage numbers that any ability does.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So it'd be nice to like see that stuff, even if it's in just like I said, like the practice rounds, or like the little like practice arena where you can do a lot of experimenting.
Yeah.
Because that helps like the whole community kind of find like tips and stuff of how to control characters.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think it's so much a thing of like just a fact that it's there, but I mean, when somebody has that information available versus somebody who doesn't, because it's not built into the game, right? I can see how that can
it does give them a bit of an edge.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's nothing egregious, but it's also kind of cool to see that they are still actively trying to figure things out and you know, at least make the game fair. They seem to have been pretty good about that up to this point, so hopefully they continue. But yeah. And then we have the big news about Rivals, about layoffs of their Seattle division.
I mean, probably big quotations around the big news. That heavily reported on industry standard thing that they.
Yeah, this has been everywhere. If you haven't heard about this yet, you haven't been paying attention to Marvel news, which is understandable. You'd probably be better off. But in case you wanted to know, here it is.
Yeah, so this all kind of broke with Thaddeus Sasser's post on LinkedIn, where he had said that you know, his team, which had just delivered a super successful new franchise, Marvel Rivals, the team was just laid off. And what's come out recently, and I mean, it was kind of, I don't think this was not known before. Like, honestly, I think it's just the news kind of spread that, you know, this team was hired to deliver, to launch the game.
Launch, yeah.
So yeah, like at this point, they've succeeded in what their contract was.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Job well done.
Yeah, they were let go.
I don't know what they want. I'm sorry. I'm confused. What is happening?
I mean, I'm hoping that they got some sort of bonus because it was incredibly successful.
I mean, that'd be nice. I doubt it.
Yeah, no. But I mean, this seemed like this was the plan all along from NetEase. And even on top of that, even more news has come out that NetEase has actually been shutting down some of the studios that they have around the world and focusing on being more focusing more on their internal Chinese studios and whatnot, and keeping things there. but they are a Chinese company. That's where they're housed. That's where the main company is.
That also, I mean, we don't talk about politics much or anything, but like that also might have like the geopolitical issues.
Oh, I'm
might
sure
also be playing a play and like not keeping an American studio around.
Yeah. I think there's definitely a part of that. And that might not just be, you know, like Chinese versus America, but I mean, it might be a fear of like, okay, how do we sustain ourselves in America because of what's like everything that's going on?
And I'm talking too about like not just like because of who the president, but like the TikTok ban thing.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of too.
Yeah. Just to point out that that's what I'm more talking about than anything.
Yeah.
Like in light of like TikTok having some struggles here, they've also been like talked about and being labeled that way because of how they labeled Tencent. It can definitely flow to them.
Exactly, and that's the thing too with Tencent, and you know, with other Chinese companies. I mean, I'm anyway you cut it. I think they are being targeted because, what? There's some Chinese company that was being targeted in the IT world recently, where it was like, why is everybody upset with them? They don't do anything that has anything to do with stealing data at all. It's just because they're Chinese. And I think there's I guess kind of a scare of that right now. Which you know what? It had to do with what's that new AI stuff? Deep think.
Oh yeah. I remember hearing about this a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, what I want to say it's, I don't know, it's some southern state that basically they're proposing legislation where if you run what was released onto the web, their AI model, you could be fined and possibly even jailed, I think. And it's like, and people have already scrubbed through this. This is just the AI model. Like, nothing's getting sent back anywhere. There's no reason to be scared about it at all, and anybody can go look through the code to verify that, which people have, and that's why it's so threatening to U.S. companies, you know. But again, it's just
it's new and it's scary.
Yeah, well, it's just cheaper than what NVIDIA's built for themselves. So, but yeah,
never mind.
Yeah, so the Mario Rival stuff, it's funny that it has gotten so blown out of proportion.
Oh man, I all day I've been scrolling through articles.
I know there's so many
stuff, and there's so many. Like, I get it's one thing to report on it. I'm not saying they don't have a right to report on it. That's not my point. But how are they reporting on it?
Yeah, a lot of the headlines are very, as you said earlier, salacious.
Yeah, it's like, I thought when I first heard about it, I thought this team was like something like Tango Games being laid off, right? Like, it was huge. And then I read into it, and it's like, oh, okay, it's like 6 people. They were contracted to help with just launching the game. The game is launched, job is done. So this isn't necessarily anything new.
Yeah, I mean, they might have been caught off guard somewhat, like, oh yeah, now we're shutting you down. But it's not like they didn't know that was gonna happen eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest problem, and we've seen it before too, is like there's a lot of like companies that'll take advantage of hiring like contract workers.
Yeah.
So that they don't, have to give out benefits, so that they don't have to necessarily care when they lay them off.
Yeah.
So we see like that sort of thing, but like this doesn't seem like quite the same.
No.
This is more along the lines of like you were hired by like It feels like one of those like job agencies where they get you a job that's like a contract to work with them for a little while, and maybe you have a chance to get hired, maybe not. If they have something open for you afterwards, maybe they'll take you on.
Right. Yeah.
So maybe there's something like that. I don't know, but this kind of seems like that.
Yeah.
And by the way, like NetEase too is like, it's not a small business. It's a big. They have a lot of employees.
Oh yeah.
They're like 3,000 on the last count, which was in like 2023. I was reading. They had like almost 3,000 or 30,000 employees.
Yeah, that's no joke. So yeah,
there's a lot there. I think a lot of this situation got a little overblown by how much, but there's bigger worries when like other companies are pushing out or like laying off bigger numbers.
Yeah, well, I think
like it's sadder to hear. I'm sorry, it's a little sadder to hear that like 150 people get laid off as opposed to like 6.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting, I think, for me is because they were all just contracted workers with NetEase, from what I understand. What would be actually, I think, really, really cool to see is that maybe because these people helped launch it in such a great way, like honestly, when I look back at it, like the news about Rivals was everywhere, and the things that they were trying to do to get people to join in, even just the little things, the typical things like Twitch drops and stuff like that. I think they did that really well. So it'd be maybe nice to see them come together to form their own company that launches games. I think something along those lines when it comes to this sort of stuff, where it's like, yeah, maybe these people don't need to lose their jobs and have some more security by creating something new in the industry, and maybe people trying to band around
pull together their own, like,
or maybe have their own studio even,
have their own production.
Yeah, because I think
kind of like the big mode, how Donkey.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think
something along those lines.
The big issue here is that, it's like, oh yeah, this was a highly successful game and people still didn't get to keep their jobs. And that's all people see about it, right? And I think that's a fair concern, because this is an industry standard, like this is how the games industry works.
It does suck to like lose a job and know your job isn't safe, whether you help on a award-winning game or a top-selling game. That clearly doesn't matter, but this is not on the same level of like absurdity.
Yeah, no.
As we've seen before with like the Tango Games one was like mind-boggling. Not much bigger of a team, but also a team that did put out an award-winning game.
Yeah.
And didn't seem to have a reason to be like slowing down any.
Right.
And it seemed to have come off of the end of Microsoft spending too much money to acquire Activision.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. And I think that's part of the issue with the game industry that they're trying to do. Some of these companies are trying to push too far because like the Amazon situation, they have money. They think they can just do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, that seems to be what happened with Embracer Group, right?
Yeah.
Who bought up all those, bought up a whole bunch of studios and now is responsible for closing a whole bunch of studios.
Yeah.
They saw like it's booming market. And so they went and purchased like a whole bunch of them. And couldn't actually afford that.
Yeah. But yeah, well, I think that's all we have to say about NetEase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not breaking the mold on what the game industry does, but also not really doing anything egregious. I've said they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not doing anything better or worse than how it It's kind of always been.
So
and that should probably be fixed. GameStop.
GameStop. Have you heard of this place?
What's a game?
They still make those?
Apparently sell video games.
Not for the thing I play on. They don't.
They actually might. Have you been in a GameStop recently? I stopped into one. They have PC games.
No.
Yeah, they sell you the Steam. You can buy the Steam codes.
You have to buy a Steam card. Yeah.
Actually,
go home and download it on Steam anyway.
I was super interested because they had a box. They had a few, like a little rack that had a handful of PC games, and all I could think is, what is inside of this box?
Nothing.
There's
nothing in a goddamn box. Oh fuck. No. So, anyways, GameStop has announced plans to sell off its French and Canadian outlets. Which is kind of no surprise. You know, they haven't been doing all too great. They had a little spike there when that whole stock market thing happened. But they haven't been doing well, so they've been closing the stores left and right. But oh my gosh, the CEO, Ryan Cohen.
Yeah, what do you say? Something amazing, I'm sure.
Oh, he's so good. He's, you know, one of those stand-up fellows who just has to get on X and make statements to show people what a
great guy he is. Sounds right. Yeah.
Anyways, he seems to have taken issue with the progressive nature of both countries. Requesting emails from individuals interested in buying GameStop Canada or Micromania France. Cohen then added, high taxes, liberalism, socialism, progressivism, wokeness, and DEI included at no additional cost if you buy today.
Wow.
So just to show you what a great guy he is, really went on the top. It's also an interesting business strategy, considering he thinks all these things are bad things, right? All the things he said, the high taxes, liberalism, socialism, progressivism, all that's bad stuff. So that's how he's pitching the bad stuff just to try and sell. So I don't think that's how you sell. Look, I haven't been like a car dealer or anything.
You're not in sales, but this is not right.
There are some things that just seem natural.
Right.
They're not doing them. In classic CEO fashion.
Right.
So Ryan Cohen, you suck.
You suck.
What you got?
Oh, what do I got? My turn?
Yeah.
My turn. Well, I'm talking about Netflix. Got some layoffs at Netflix.
Netflix?
Yeah,
like
you know that that company that they you can stream videos from, where they do the thing like make a TV show that people really like
and turn it into a porn site.
No, and then and then cancel it before You know,
I hate when people cancel my porns before they're done.
Fox. Channel Fox.
Channel.
Cancel it. All I heard was cancel it before, and I said Fox.
Well, there's games that you can play on Netflix. I don't know if you guys ever saw this.
I've heard about it.
I remember seeing it.
I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah. But I never actually played any of the games. Although apparently some of them were pretty good. According to some games journals. But yeah, so one of these developers, Oxenfree, they have been laid off from Netflix, so no more games coming from them. There's no number on how many people were laid off, but like these TV shows, it sounds like Netflix might be letting off some more people from the games division. It was just a really weird model for them to even try. I'm surprised it's lasted as long as it did, but I think this is the beginning of the end for that. It's just a really weird place to put games. Like,
what a shame.
Yeah.
What a shame. I am mortified to lose such a treasure as Netflix gaming.
Right?
Feature we never tried.
I got a company that put out nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't even say.
I don't know. Did they actually put out something? I'd be wrong on that.
It might have.
Nothing that I've heard of. So, yeah. There's apparently a TV adaptation of one of their games in the works, so that's got to be weird.
I don't know if it'll stay in the works.
Right? Well, I guess we'll see.
I guess that director's sweating his balls off. I guess I won't have a job. So.
Right.
That's okay.
Exactly, Danny. Exactly.
Twisted Metal Season 2 comes out soon. So watch Season 1 and get back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Season 2 comes out soon.
Oh, dude, it's so tangy.
It's so tangy, bro. I love that show. It was way better than it had any right to be. And Anthony Mackie did great.
What you got? Hit me with your next shot. Fire away.
Fire away. Okay. Well, I got some Nintendo news.
What? You have Nintendo news?
I have Nintendo news this time.
What is the world coming to?
Nintendo is opening a Taiwan subsidiary to further strengthen Taiwanese business.
Mm-hmm. I did hear about this. I did not actually read the article, though, so...
That's pretty interesting. They had switched over to the Hong Kong, like being controlled by the Hong Kong office. For a while, back in 2014, they had shut down Nintendo Futin. That was in Taiwan. Then it transferred over to Hong Kong.
Okay.
So now that was kind of in a result of poor Wii U sales.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
But now they're bringing back a place. They're doing like a big game show in Taiwan. So they're seeming to try and bring back operations over there and focus on the Switch 2 being available over there. And to help with like productions and stuff.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm sure that's actually going to help in a lot of ways, actually. Being able to have housing back in Taiwan because there's a lot. I mean, just to deal with the hardware stuff and whatnot. There's
they do a lot of business with them.
Yeah,
it'll be important.
I mean, it's where a lot of electronics comes from, folks.
It's one of the reasons that there was an issue with the Switch.
Yeah, and
they had shopped.
Yeah, speaking on that, a little bit more techie news. Because what's the name of it? TSMC? They make a lot of chips. They're based in Taiwan. I don't know if you guys heard this,
what kind of chips? I'm a personal fan of the classic potato.
So roast
I'm more of a tortilla chip guy myself.
Or am I looking at it?
You're probably looking at it because I'm an idiot. You knew that though.
But yeah, no. Intel might be selling off all of their fabs to them here in the States. So see what happens with that.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah. This could help Nintendo quite a bit.
Yeah, I think so. It should be good. Maybe we won't have any delays on Switch 2 for production issues.
I feel like we won't. I feel like from what I've heard.
Good, because I want one.
Fucking weirdo. Yeah. Okay. Last up, I got this, last for me, I guess I should say, I got this Xbox interview with Phil Spencer. Did you guys happen to see this? This was actually some really interesting stuff. Phil Spencer.
Who?
I'm gonna shoot you, I swear to God.
I know who that is.
Do you?
Back on the
I feel
Unfortunately, I know who that is.
He's not all that bad. Oh God, I don't need that sound. He's one of the, I don't know, the comments that he makes.
One of the good
ones. No, he's just one of more of the people that I think he himself, he seems to really just enjoy being able to deliver games and help make games and whatnot. Like, that's the sense that I get from him from any interview that I've seen with him. Whatever business side that it comes down to him or whatever. Yeah, but so in this interview that he did with Xbox Era, they were talking to him about kind of how Microsoft is now bringing their games to other consoles, and he spoke how they're planning to develop games for the new Switch and PlayStation, and so he's come out and said that, you know, the console wars are over. I don't know if that's 100% true, but at least from Xbox's side, he talked about how their focus is going to be to get games to gamers. That it shouldn't matter what screen that you're playing it on. They would like to treat them all equally. You know, he knows that there's, you know, that's not necessarily true. Like, you playing a game on your TV, you know, isn't going to be the same as playing it on a high-powered PC or whatever. But maybe they can get some of that equilibrium with, you know, their streaming games and whatnot. But it was really nice to hear him talk about how he just wanted to get games to everyone, and he actually never seemed to really like the idea that they had these consoles exclusives. That it only
He's
just
pushed that
limited
idea.
them.
He's pushed that idea for a while, which was one reason that I kind of supported him trying to lead Microsoft.
Yeah, same here. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see him talk about that, and how that's all kind of shaping up at Microsoft. I mean, it's honestly absolutely crazy to me that they are thinking of releasing games on a Nintendo platform. You know,
I think it's even crazier to think that it's going to happen sooner than we think. Like,
right? And he did go on to say, you know, like he understands that there are gamers' concerns about, what's going to happen with my console. You know, I really like the Xbox consoles, and you know, I want to continue to game on Xbox. And it's interesting to see that he's saying that nothing in that aspect is going to change. I don't see how their focus isn't going to become or I should say getting out of hardware. But I guess for now, like they're planning on continuing to deliver hardware, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think regardless of whether the quote unquote console wars are over or not, I think this is kind of the end of an era with Xbox saying, let's go, let's get games everywhere. And
it's a push that I fully support.
Yeah, 100%. And part of that, I wanted to mention this along with. Did you guys hear about Final Fantasy VII? The what's the second one called?
Rebake.
Yes, Rebake.
Rebake is it. That's it. That's what we're going by. I know that's not it, but that's it now.
Right? Yeah, so apparently those sales were horrible. I do remember hearing about that. So much so that they weren't willing to like give details on how many copies were sold.
Ooh.
But since launching on Steam, that game is now number 3 in the sales charts.
I did see a thing where a Sony executive did state that like selling games on PC opened like their just opened up their wallet basically.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like if Sony's starting to see the success there and whatnot, like I don't know how this could be any more clear that, you know, being locked into a console is definitely kind of a thing of the past now, because people want to play their games with what they have, because let's face it, like gaming isn't cheap. You know, it's not as expensive as it used to be, but it's still not cheap. So you know, people can't just go out there. Like as much as I want to play Astrobot, I don't know when I'm gonna get a system that will allow me to play it. I'll probably end up emulating it somewhere before that happens.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Freaking pirate.
What? I didn't say that.
Yarr.
I'm still gonna buy the game and copy it, and then it's my copy, and then I'll emulate it.
Pirate.
But yeah, I think it goes to show that the industry maybe needs to turn this way, because honestly, I think the only one who can still hold on to that is Nintendo, because that's the very reason why I think they can have their games be at $60 for 3 years.
Because they hate us.
No, because they know the value of their games, and they know that people will pay them. But even that's starting to change. Like, we've seen discounts on their first party titles more and more lately, so yeah.
True.
But yeah, so console wars, they're ending. Maybe consoles are ending. We'll see.
Finally, the console wars came to an end, and a peace came over the land.
I don't know about that. The new war started.
Man, I already survived
But it was quickly abolished.
I already survived the fast
Defecated
food
upon
wars.
and thrown at predators.
Mm-hmm. What else you got? Two littles.
Let me see here.
Mhm.
So, Crosshair or Corsair.
Corsair, yeah.
Gaming peripherals and whatnots. Made a statement that kind of got GTA people excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had to clarify some statements recently. He said during a financial call that got leaked out that he says, yeah, GTA 6 is probably the one everyone's talking about, and we'll be getting a glimpse of that, I think, later this year for the console, and my understanding is going to be coming out in the fall console, and then early 2026 for PC.
Oh.
So it's got everyone... Oh, release dates, because those haven't been shared.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So he had to clarify those statements that it was like through his like speculation and years of being in this business. This is his assumption. And even in the quote, he does say, in my understanding, before he says it'll come out in the fall and stuff like that. That's just kind of like what he's going off of.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, typically, it takes a lot of these, like, and most games that come out on console first, it takes a while for them to come over to PC.
Yeah.
Not just because of exclusivity deals, but there's other reasons.
Tencent recently committed to launching GTA 6 in the fall of 2025 for PS5, Xbox Series X and S only.
Ah, okay.
So that's what we know.
Yeah.
PC date. If we go off of the last title, it's probably going to be a while. But
how long did it take last time? Do you remember?
I think almost 2 years.
2 years, jeez. Yeah.
But maybe it'll hit faster. I don't know.
Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if they're working on it sooner. So maybe it'll be a shorter delay just because they had so much success with the PC iteration of GTA 5. That I just wouldn't be surprised if they were putting more resources on it to begin with, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Rockstar has the money to do whatever they want.
That's true.
Really. They're insanely rich because of GTA Online. That they're like developers that can afford to take their time with whatever.
Yeah.
The fact that Take-Two promised it for fall, I think, is actually already kind of surprising.
Right.
They usually keep GTA wraps or GTA release dates and all that like under wraps for as long as they can. And as hard as they can. Either way, no release date yet, so
yeah,
keep holding
you still
your
have
breath.
to stand by.
Keep holding your breath, PC users. You'll get it at some point. I promise you that.
That's true. It will eventually come out. There's too much money to be had.
Yeah, I feel comfortable making that promise.
Right.
I guess it's just me now, right?
Yeah, it's just you. Go for it.
All right.
Should have started with you, see? Be more balanced.
With you. Why didn't you say that before?
I was trying to give you a hint.
I mean, it was a while back, but we talked about it before, where Christopher Barnett was suing Sony. Back in December.
Yeah.
After saying that he was fired after a sham investigation, and the company didn't want to pay out the $45.5 million remaining on his contract.
Right.
Well, Sony came with receipts. Examples in Sony's filing include alleged drunk calls, requests to play sexually charged games of Truth or Dare, and
you can just say Truth or Dare. They're all sexually charged.
They're all sexually charged, especially when I'm playing. And making such comments as, "You want to be worshipped?" I think. Bear's lawyer says that Sony misrepresented the nature of these interactions. But yeah, apparently Sony came with like texts and like direct messages from it.
Good. Oh, you want us to show the evidence? Okay.
Yeah, no problem. We got that. Shitload of that.
Somebody wrote in a response to his denials, Barrett attempted to create an unprofessional level of intimacy with his victims. He requested to follow personal Instagram accounts and would express anger to the women if they failed to respond to his messages. He would bring up inappropriate topics like their body, their relationships, their marriage, or his desire to date them. He would demand that they participate in sexually charged games of Truth or Dare, or Ask Me Anythings. He texted them all hours of the day and night, offered to buy them gifts. He often referenced his wealth and ability to advance their careers. And came with proof.
All I gotta say is this guy's an idiot. Because it's like, you know, just put aside for the fact that the horrible shit that he's done, but to then be like, no, you guys owe me money, I'm gonna take you to court. Like, what do you think?
So that all this stuff, so all this stuff could be very well known. Like, we would not have found out any of this had he not found out this. Because then somebody could be like, "Yeah, we'll make it public. It's fine."
Yeah, right. Wow. Well, thank you, Sony, for sharing all of that. Honestly. What a shithead.
I hope you never find work again.
Right.
At least in the gaming industry. I'm sure McDonald's will take you.
Yeah. They don't do that. Could have
probably only as like low level employees. But don't have high aspirations is my point. In other court news, Epic is suing Fortnite cheater. Epic sued a Fortnite cheater.
Oh, really?
Yep. They're taking his donating his winnings to charity, forcing him to make a public apology, and they're banning him for life. After he came out and it was determined that he had not obeyed the rules and had someone else play on his account.
Oh, wow.
To get him qualified. So yeah, he put out like a 15-second video of text that just was, "Hey everyone, I shared my account with another user and I got caught. I was disqualified from the tournament." Epic took legal action against me and now I'm banned for participating in Fortnite tournaments forever. I also have to pay a monetary settlement, which will include prize money I received, but did not win fairly, which Epic will donate to charity. Cheating in tournaments ruins the fun for players who earn their spots in the tournament, and I apologize to the Fortnite community for my actions, and I won't ever cheat again.
Yeah, that sounds like he was very much forced to say that, but I'm glad he was.
And not to mention the lifetime ban is going to help.
Well, plus too,
at least in Fortnite again.
Yeah, I'm also glad too that it's like, oh yeah, let's take this money and just give it to charity. That's cool.
Yeah.
I think you need a new segment called "Dumb People Do Dumb Things."
Dumb people in court.
Yeah,
I could make a whole segment on that most of the time.
Really
Dumb
good.
people try to sue the game industry or the industry filing weird claims.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole bunch of them. I usually pick out the funnest ones.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
But that was it for me. That's all my news.
Shit for you? Okay. All right. Well, what do we have for release dates? I think there's only, what is it? I didn't see anything big, but let me just double check. We got something cool coming up.
Monster Hunter Wilds comes out soon, right?
I think that might have been it, actually. That's double check.
Comes out like Tuesday or something.
I think so. It comes out Friday. Next Friday. Monster Hunter Wilds. Yeah, actually the only other thing I see on here is Yu-Gi-Oh, which came out yesterday, so nope.
Oh shit, Yu-Gi-Oh came out?
Yeah.
Drop everything.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's it. Nothing good until actually the next few weeks are going to be a little dry, so yeah.
Oh, we do live in the desert.
It's typically dry here.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, shoot. What else? What
about our weeks?
Our weeks?
Yeah, let's talk about what we've been playing.
Okay.
Like to live?
2 weeks?
Yes. No? Maybe.
2 weeks? Because she looked at me. I'm sorry.
I know every word to that song. Well, who's gonna go first for the weeks? Last week.
Nose goes.
I'm gonna milk that for a month.
Okay, Andrew, you're up first.
Andrew, you want to go first? So you can milk it for another month?
No, that's not actually a bad idea to stack it like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, I'll go first.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been playing. I mean, it's kind of the same shit that I was playing. Like I said, I didn't play too much. Like a Dragon this week.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's other stuff that came out.
Yeah.
And also, I mean,
a bit, or just the other
I've just been playing other stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Only got a finite amount of video game in me every day.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I got pretty like. The first time going into competitive was a fairly humbling experience. So I've been putting more time into Marvel Rivals and trying to get better at that game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's paid off a little bit. I'm definitely getting better. I'm still not good at that game. But
I feel like we're all getting better because I've noticed our accuracy stats are regularly looking higher than they were like a month ago.
Yeah, those seem to be going up. The I feel like we're just winning a lot more games too.
Yeah, that's true.
Just ended up on a lot more and a lot longer winning streaks and stuff.
Mm-hmm. New characters? You like the new characters?
I haven't tried them.
Neither have I. Christian's, I think, the only one that has. So.
I'm the only one who tried them, I think.
I mean, I like that they exist. I like that we're getting new characters in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And like a pretty regular like update schedule on those too.
Yeah.
So we're
that's nice.
Getting new characters pretty frequently. That's always nice. It shakes things up in the game.
Yeah, right?
I think they were pretty fun. I like the thing. He's pretty basic and stuff, but he has like good getaway and fairly decent survivability as long as you stay fairly close to your line.
Yeah.
Like he definitely wouldn't be like a solo tank.
Not a good solo tank.
But he's definitely good in like a team up with another Vanguard.
He doesn't have good escapability.
No, he does. He can get away pretty easily, but like
he doesn't have as much
super
like
survivability
as some of the other.
He doesn't have
other
enough,
tanks.
Yeah,
doesn't have as much like sustainability and like push power as like say Magneto or Strange.
Like I was telling you guys when we were playing last night, my favorite part is when the Jeff spits out everyone and then fucking there's just the thing there standing right next to him. Like, what are you doing? Have you been a bad Jeff?
Jeffrey, what have you been up to?
Exactly.
Oh, damn it, Jeff.
Yeah, playing the Avowed. I got that on the Game Pass.
Yeah,
I was checking that out. That's pretty cool.
How far
like
did you get?
To Avowed?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't really gotten in it. Like, I played a lot, but
yeah, like
I feel like I haven't moved very far in the story.
Yeah, no, I definitely have it. I only
the
got
first like zone yet.
Yeah, I maybe got like I'd say like an hour. It was like an hour and a half, but I mean, took a while on creation and getting used to things and whatnot. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you want me to add character creation? I played the game for like 3 hours.
10 hours.
Actual game time play 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's one thing I really like about Yakuza Like a Dragon is the gameplay time on it actually reflects your gameplay time. They take out things like any time spent in cutscenes doesn't count in the gameplay time.
I do love when games do that.
Yeah,
because then it just feels like it gives you an accurate sense of like how much time you've actually played.
It does. It feels a bit more accurate. Yeah. Whereas like the game, when I look at it on the Game Pass, I've got like 150 hours in the game, and then when I go to load in the game, the save file will be like, oh, it's like 100 hours.
Yeah,
the 50 hours was like the game being paused, and you going through like inventory menus and shit, and moving people's gear around and stuff.
Right,
it doesn't count any of that as like playtime.
That's good. That's good.
But I thought that was kind of neat when I noticed that. I was like, this gives me a more like actual reflection of my game time instead of what the Xbox is reflecting. It's like that in games.
That's like some of my hours in Skyrim aren't really reflective of time I've played. It's more like time I had my controller slightly tied up so that I could be stealthing in a corner for 4 hours.
Right. Did you save what's her name at the beginning? The first real
the chicken to jail.
Yeah, the first real choice. I think. I mean, I don't know, but I think it feels like the first real choice that you get to make for your game. Ilya, was it something like that?
Well, I did. Yeah, I did save that lady that was in the jail. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And then
I thought she was hilarious. Honestly. I was like, yeah, you're coming with us.
Yeah. That was probably the biggest thing. Like I fought the bear. There was a bear boss fight. That was that's the like boss fight I've done.
That's the last thing I did story was fight that bear.
But I've been exploring like a lot. They put a lot into those maps. I like how like detailed everything is.
I guess the question
a lot of little nooks and crannies stuffed in.
Yeah.
What are you playing as?
What am I playing like now? Or what am I playing as?
Playing as.
Yeah.
Oh, I do like how modular everything is in that. You can kind of be whatever, and even borrow things from all the other things. Really piecemeal together your class.
Mm-hmm.
I've been running a spear and shield, and then that's my like. That one's not what I usually have out. That's what I have out if I do need to get into melee combat. But mostly I'm running a spell book and a pistol.
Ah, okay.
That's been pretty good. I've got a pretty big like, mostly intelligence and perception up. Whatever makes the pistol better. I think it is perception. Pretty low strength on my guy.
I think I think this stuff all works a little bit differently than normal stats, though. I don't know. I think it's kind of like in Battle Worlds, where the stats do more than what you would think it normally does.
Yeah, it feels like there's a lot of extra nuance to the stats and whatnot. I haven't like tried to dive into it, but yeah, that's something you should look into.
But I mean, I'm having a fun time with it. Pretty fun, pretty enjoyable game.
Yeah, it's something that honestly for me it was like, it doesn't feel like this is like breaking a big mold. Like but it does feel fresh, you know. So
I do appreciate like a handcrafted world that's like not like huge open world.
Yeah,
we're saturated with those. I will say that like I do see in like some mechanics feel like they're out of a wanting to be a multiplayer game, which was the original discussion of Avowed. It was gonna be a multiplayer game, so I still feel like some mechanics.
Yeah, I did kind of feel that way too. So that makes sense. Okay.
So I feel some mechanics still kind of reflect that a little bit, not necessarily a downfall way or anything.
No, yeah.
But I have really liked the modular experience. I'm playing with like I'm running a pistol and shield combo right now on one set, and then I have a wand and book on my other one.
Nice.
But yeah, my pistol and shield kind of reminds me of how I play my Pathfinder character, which is really like in the front.
Mm-hmm.
I have the shield to like block and parry them and shoot them in the face. So I do find it fun, like how you can change up how you play. Because I've rocked a sword and a shield a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I've played around with a few little weapons and stuff like that to see what I like. And we'll probably continue to do so. I haven't played that much, but I have so far really liked that aspect of the game.
Yeah. I've been so through the character creation, it felt like the things that I was going for just felt very foresty, because like I was like when I saw that the like sort of bark mask thing that you can have on your character, it's like sweet, I'm gonna pick that option. So I tried to lean into that by going with a bow and arrow on one set, and then a shield and axe for the other. So sticking with that for now. We'll see. But it's been great.
Rangery side.
Yeah, very, very rangery. I feel like that's what I'm leaning into. So yeah, it's been fun though. So the first time in a while we've all played a new game at the same time. Yeah, it's been good stuff. So what else you got, Coffee?
I mean, that's about it. I was playing Marvel Rivals to try and get better.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're popping out a pretty good rocket, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I played a bunch yesterday in the morning, and with the new stuff that came out, and I'd literally played Rocket like almost every match because they always needed a healer. It's like 3 or 4 DPS and 1 tank, and
yeah,
either 1 or 2 healers.
It's nuts when we all get to play together. I think that's just my favorite way to play. You know.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
to play by myself, and it's just like, man,
I don't mind it. I went on a pretty good winning streak playing yesterday.
Yeah, nice.
I find myself getting more frustrated when I'm by myself.
Really, I'm kind of the opposite. I get like less frustrated. I get more frustrated with you guys. Because I know how much you played that game. You should be better. No, I see what you mean though. It's like people do the most bonkers ass random shit in that game.
Well, yeah, I feel like we can like be who we want to be, and if we want to change up, we can. All of us are willing to be like, yeah, cool, I'll do something else.
Yeah.
Even to the point of us accidentally having one healer at one point because we're just like, oh yeah, no, I'll switch off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Do you have a?
Well, watch the new episode of Invincible. Watch the new episode of Severance. Watch the new TV shows of the shows that I've watched.
Mm-hmm.
They're both really good.
Definitely
worth a check out.
Check it out.
Yes. Severance is like stupid good. I don't even understand how that show is so good. Ben Stiller nailed it.
Yeah, very unexpected. But yeah, really good show. I don't know exactly what to make of it. I'm waiting for some big reveal that recontextualizes everything.
Mm-hmm. When's the season
that's gonna
end?
be coming up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how many episodes.
Is it 10? 10's pretty like
standard.
8 or 10. Yeah, 8 or 10's pretty industry standard.
I would assume 10, but it could be. As well.
Yeah, could be 12.
Yeah,
could be 11. It could be any number.
I don't know. It's really good though. It's a really good show. And
have you watched any of it yet, Frankie?
No, not yet.
Severance, right? Oh, okay.
No, I haven't. I still have to get my Plex subscription up and running.
Why don't you just get on Christian's? He's got it on there.
Oh, that's right. I should, huh?
I use my friend's Plex to watch a bunch of shit.
That's not a bad idea.
I think you're already allowed on mine.
I'll have to double check.
You just change go to Plex and just change in the top left. Severance been really good. Really good last episode. Mark smashing ass all over the office.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his main character is just being turned into a sex slave.
Yep. They're brainwashing him. Be mindless sex slave.
Crazy.
That's probably what that other lady wanted with him too.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't understand why Mark S.
It's because he's the only one who can complete Cold Harbor, Christian. I told you.
I don't. I'm not saying that, but like, why are all these girls like?
Because he's the only one that can complete Cold Harbor. Are you not listening?
Why does that matter?
I didn't even see the show, and I got that.
Yeah, man.
Jeez.
He's so close to finishing it, dude. Whatever the fuck Cold Harbor is.
Yeah, there's so many questions in that show. It's such a good show. I'm impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, really well done. Good acting.
Yeah.
Good performances all around.
Good.
Yeah, definitely worth a check out. Invincible, also really fun. Although the acting is a bit animated for my taste.
That's animated.
For more like, oh right, okay, then it's spot on.
No, that's good. Robert Kirkman.
Fun, yeah. Invincible's a fun show. That one's a lot less like, oh, it's crazy, what's happening, kind of. It's not as enigmatic as
yeah.
That's not. I mean, not nearly. They're very different shows. Those are the shows I've been watching.
It's a really good superhero show, like in a very classic style of a superhero show.
Yep.
Not being like super subversive like The Boys or anything. But
yeah.
Just think it's not as hell. Like, I don't think it doesn't feel as cynical as The Boys. The Boys just feels kind of like mean spirited. Yeah.
Yeah. Was he that said that Mark Hamill's in that, right?
In
Invincible.
Is he? He might be. That would make sense. He does good voice acting.
He does, so that's why I've been wanting to watch that. But yeah. I don't know who he plays, but like I see the name here, but I don't know who that is. Oh, it's Steven Yeun. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's the voice of Invincible. Which pretty cool of them to cast like racially appropriate voice actors for the character.
Right.
I'd like to see that.
Anything else for you there?
Oh, he plays the Taylor in Invincible.
Oh, okay, yeah. He was in a recent episode.
Yeah,
reoccurring character. Yeah, okay. Neat. Yeah, that is it for my week. I don't have anything. Don't have anything beyond that.
Cool. Two littles?
Oh shit! I should have spoke sooner so I could rope you into it.
Yep, you should have, but you didn't.
You can't make me go because I went first. I went first last time.
I'm never gonna let it go.
I got 2 months on this.
Yeah.
Okay week. I kind of got a little like ill on Tuesday. But it was fine. Playing Rivals, obviously. Went back to playing some Loki. That was fun. I like Loki a lot. He's a good character.
Yeah, he is.
Played Avowed, obviously, when that came out. We just talked about it. That was great. Invincible, we talked about that. That was great. Severance, talked about that. It was great.
So mysterious.
I know.
No, I mean, we just kind of like went over most of my stuff. I did pick up a new game that I haven't gotten to check out yet.
What's the game?
I bought Donkey's second game.
Oh.
Star of Providence. It's a roguelike game.
Mm-hmm.
Ducky just released a video pretty much showcasing all about it. It's cheap, $15. I think it's on sale for like $12. And it looks pretty fun. It looks like a shoot 'em up type game. It kind of reminds me of like Geometry Wars. If you shrunk down like the field for Geometry Wars and then added like different monsters.
More geometries.
Instead of the, like, just shapes, you know?
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of that. It looks like a lot of fun. I'm probably going to check it out here.
This looks wonderfully creepy in some aspects, and also adorably creepy in other aspects.
Like Animal Well had the same vibe.
Watch Donkey's video on it, and if that doesn't get you excited, then the game's not for you. I don't know what to say.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And if you don't like Donkey's videos, then I don't know like us.
Right.
You're just objectively wrong.
And I guess that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I haven't really gotten a chance to play much.
That's okay. That's fair.
With the Marvels happening most of the time.
Yeah.
And then with Avowed, like, again, was playing that. Played a little bit more Like a Dragon, but not much. Pretty slow week for gaming for me.
That's fair. That's fair. That it then? No books, nothing else?
No, that's it for me.
Usually
I did get a new book, but I haven't listened to it yet.
I'm still reading the second book in the Stormlight archives.
I got book 7 of Dungeon Crawler Carl. But I haven't listened to it yet.
Well, I look forward to both of your guys' reviews.
What book are you working on right now?
Nothing. I ain't got no books. Does
make a book club?
Does any philosophy books, does that count? Nobody wants that.
I mean, I guess it. Yeah, it counts. It's books.
I mean, I'm still struggling to get down the point of being in nothingness. So we'll see. Eventually, maybe I'll get there. I feel like there's just a lot of nuance to it, so I don't want to talk about it in depth.
I don't know.
It's nothingness. It's not that.
I don't know who died and made Socrates the king of philosophy.
Plato.
My favorite part of that show is that, like, the scene immediately after where Tahani comes in to give the flowers.
Yeah.
He's like, she just wants me to be nice to her. Oh, that's what everybody wants. She's trying to control you. Wake up, Chidi.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? How was your week?
My week was okay. I lied. This week was rough. There's a lot of work stuff that was super rough. I had a 14-hour day, almost 15, on Tuesday. Yeah,
it's too many hours.
That's a lot of hours. So yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of gaming for me, but I wanted to make a point to play some Avowed. Yeah, because it looks really interesting. I actually think that Sky might get a big kick out of it, so I'm gonna try to get her to pick that up. But yeah, I mean, talked about that, and it's good times. I'm enjoying it. Got my crazy character. I recorded some video so I can play it back while we're doing the show here. So that's what's playing right now on the screen.
Nice. I almost went with that headpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, which headpiece do you have? Oh, let me go.
The wood over the face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I saw that one too. Well, that's a face piece. There's like separate.
Yeah.
Headpieces.
Yeah. Well, I almost went with that.
Christian's not even rocking a headpiece.
I'm not. I have beautiful, luscious hair.
I do too. It just comes out of the roots that are also growing out at the top of my head.
Yeah.
Just like my real life hair.
I think that's a skin issue.
No, it's roots. I do like that everyone reacts to your face negatively,
right?
In the game.
Oh my god, what happened to you?
I got a bunch of shit growing on my face. Looks like a cave wall.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I like the dialogue and everything that's been going on. Well, actually, there was a few parts of the dialogue where I was like, "Oh, this part isn't well written," but it's fine.
The other part, and I feel like this is true of a lot of Obsidian games, is they do a lot of tell don't show. There's a lot of little notes to read to get like the story there. It's like, yeah, you probably have given me that story in a more interesting way than reading this note. But
Right,
okay.
exactly. Indeed.
And that's nothing new to this game specifically. Obsidian's famous for being like that. The other two games that take place in this universe, the Pillars of Eternity games, are both pretty bad with that too.
Right.
Just wordy. I mean, they put out a lot of wordy games.
That's true.
Indeed.
They do like writing.
Yeah. But I mean, they could be a bit more like, not paid by the word.
Right.
They can like writing and understand brevity.
That don't make
Paid by
sense.
the word.
You're right. I don't know that. Maybe they are. Maybe that's why. Damn, that's a smart.
Dang, we
that's
just
smart. Then
unlocked
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Huh.
Do they get paid more for how long the word is, like lawyers?
No.
I mean, there were.
No, it doesn't matter how big of words you use. Otherwise, it would sound like that. That's how doctors and like science, medical journals work.
Right.
Like the more, the better.
The more
the more the merrier.
better. Oh, that too.
Okay. Well, as long as the letters are merry.
But yeah, that's been fun. Marvel Rivals also trying to. I still. It feels like switching to the melee button. I'm still not getting that. Or I should say, it didn't feel like that until like halfway through the games we were playing. I think it started to work. I wasn't like paying as close attention. So I don't know if like something happened in the game. I don't know. Or maybe I don't feel like I was doing anything different. So I don't know. But that was I gotta test it out a little bit more and get some better reaction for my cap with doing that, because I think that can make him a lot more powerful, honestly, if I can figure out exactly how that works. So, because being able to throw those extra punches while my shield is out there, that would be like, I could just throw my shield at somebody, turn real quick, throw in a punch or two, so I can harass, DPS or what is it called? Or tank. While I get to also hit some healing in the back line. So
yeah.
So we'll see. And yeah, other than that though, I don't think I've seen anything else. I think that covers everything for me. Yeah.
Cool.
Sweet. Well, yeah, we talked about a lot of news, but we're still kind of ending early because our weeks are so short, huh?
Yeah, so the week sucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't have much on the weeks.
No.
I'll have more next week because I'll have checked out this Star of Providence game.
Yeah, I want to check out more about it. I want to see, like, I'm at the point right now where I need something a little bit more to, like, draw me in, but I don't think I've given it enough time to do that, so.
You should check out Yakuza Like a Dragon.
I really wanted to.
That one's a good one.
I did actually download it, so.
It's on the Game Pass, so.
Mm-hmm.
give it a shot. And that new Yakuza just came out.
I know.
Maybe I'll check
such good
that
things
out
about
and
it.
talk about it. Yeah, people have been really liking that game. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
Especially fans of pirate games. Oddly enough, really bringing in the pirate fans into the Yakuza series. But they're just these guys put out a good pirate game, I guess.
Right.
Sweet. We needed that after Skull. Well, I don't give a shit about pirate games, but I guess pirate game fans needed that after that Skull and Bones game.
Yeah.
I like the idea of pirate games. I just never really played a good one. I mean,
I kind of like Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves was
its biggest problem being the mandatory PvP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Didn't they do something to kind of alleviate that though?
I think they did, but I'd already like
checked out.
Well, I beat the game. I made it to Pirate Legend, even being annoyed with all those things. I mean, that's not really beating the game, but I made it to end game. That's end game is when you get to Pirate Legend. So I got to Pirate Legend. Sweet, that's the big thing. You're not a noob anymore at that point. So great, yeah. Like I put my time in on that game, but I paid my dues. But the whole time I was in there, it was the devs refused to split because they were having such a hard time like keeping servers full and player count that they didn't want to split players between a PvE only mode and PvP.
Yeah.
So that's why they just flat out refused to do a PvE mode. I think at some point it got to the point where like the player base was low enough that they didn't really give a shit anymore.
Okay. Probably.
And I think they did put out. I think there was just like a PvE. I don't know. It's been years since I've been on that game.
What about Black Flag? Didn't a lot of people like that one, or am I mistaken? I never played
Assassin's Creed Black Flag was the last Assassin's Creed game I liked.
Yeah, but that game came out like a long time ago.
Yeah.
There hasn't been any good pirate games like since then.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves was so. I did like the ship sailing realism of it and all that. The ship to ship combat was really fun. It was just when you try and play that game solo and get chased down by a team of 4 for like 30 minutes.
Because they're in a galleon and you're in a fucking little sloop and you can totally outrun them towards the wind. But they, for whatever reason, think they can still go.
Yeah, they'll just chase you around the map for 30 minutes. That was my biggest gripes with the game. Was just like what do you guys even chase me for?
I do want to get. I will be getting wilds. Although how much I'll have played by the time we do the podcast will be questionable. But
because that comes out Friday.
Getting Monster Hunter Wilds.
I'm probably gonna get it too. It looks really fun. I like the Monster Hunter games.
I like getting the big main ones where they usually do a lot more.
I'm gonna go get a big sword and hit monsters with it, and then I'm gonna take those monsters and I'm gonna make new big swords out of them, and then hit bigger monsters with it.
Because World was like Monster Hunter Worlds was like really good. Like the
was really good.
A lot of fun.
I'd still go back and play that game.
We were playing it not too long ago.
Yeah.
Well, me, you, and Elton?
Like
that was back in
like last year. Didn't we play like a little bit?
No. I don't think so. Did we? I tried out
hopping on for a little.
I tried out Monster Hunter Rise and wasn't as impressed with it. Although my biggest gripe was with the food thing, because they switched like all the cats making a delicious looking feast to just mochi, which is, I mean, I like mochi well enough, but it's just,
but it was
just mochi. It's not really like it's just mochi, yeah. You like get different mochi balls that do different things, and you can have up to 3 of them. You can have different, like 3 different bonuses that you can start with. Yeah, it just fit. It wasn't as fun in Rise, so I'm hoping Wilds is a little bit better.
Yeah.
I don't know how the rest of the community reacted to that, but in my opinion, it was definitely a downgrade from. And that was the thing I cared about the most, was the cutscene where the Palicos cook food. Yeah. I'd watch that thing every time.
Any change
in Monster Hunter World.
Any change to the Palicos really just hardens me because they're so good.
Fair enough.
The puppy ones were fine.
The puppy ones. They have name. You call them by their name.
Palicos.
No, that's the cats. Or the Palicos. Like a calico cat?
Right. What were the dog ones?
Palamutes?
Palamutes, yeah, that was it.
Like Malamute?
Like Malamutes? Yeah. I believe that was it. Something else fun.
Yeah. So you know what?
Right.
There's one more thing I want to mention about Avowed that I really like.
Too late, man.
Fuck off.
Play the outro music.
No, I'm in control of that. No, the transmogrify option. Oh, I love it.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
Much.
Yeah.
It's
good quality of life.
right.
Choice to have in the game. Yeah.
Because when I first found that, I was like, what does this do? And I clicked it, and I was like, oh, this is the best thing I've ever found in any game. I was not expecting that little thing. Because, I mean, I think that's a fair gripe when, you just have clothing that you wish that you could show off, but you just want the stats from something else. Like, it's perfect.
The best stats give you, like, a ridiculous look.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that was the problem with
Cyberpunk.
For its first half of its life.
They fixed that problem now.
Yeah, now it's just a dress-up game. I don't really like dressing up.
Yeah, clothing doesn't have any stats tied to it anymore.
But yeah.
No, but you can look
good
cool.
to have. So I was really appreciative of that. Shall we call it there then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calling it.
Let's start the music here. Thank you everyone for joining us.
Oh, we start the music when he wants to start the music.
Yeah, because I'm in control of
ready.
it. When you want to be in control of it, then you can start the music.
I didn't even know there was music. You just made music and then put yourself in control of it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the Lord of the music now.
Yeah. We do the show almost every Saturday, 9 a.m. Mountain Time. You can catch us here on the YouTubes, the Twitch, the what have yous. We also have our website, classicgamerbrain.com, where you can see the backlog of our podcast. What else we got?
Watch us play Rivals.
Discord. We got a Discord.
Yeah, we have a Discord. You can find that on our website or on YouTube and Twitch as well. Links there. And yeah, we'll be playing some Marvel Rivals this week, I'm sure, with all the changes. Maybe doing some more competitive.
There's the new event stuff.
Yeah, and all the
there's the new event stuff, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And yeah. Otherwise, thank you again, everyone, for joining. Thank you, Coffee and Corn Dogs. Thank you, Two Littles.
Hell yeah.
We love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. You can't keep this going much longer. It's Look at the music volume increased to drown him out.
Just enough to keep him there.
When they play